Welcome. We're going to break down a simple, powerful, and totally manageable social media strategy just for real estate agents. We're going to cut right through the noise and give you a clear blueprint you can actually use.
Okay, let's just start with a fundamental truth that probably feels very familiar. The source material for this explainer says it perfectly. Most agents are just overthinking social media. Way too much.
You know the cycle, right? You're constantly second-guessing everything. Is this the right post? Is now the right time? Is this video even good enough? All that worry leads to paralysis, and you end up doing, well, nothing. But the real goal here is so much simpler than all that.
Look, here's the big mindset shift. Your goal isn't to get 1 million views on some dance video. The real goal is to move people along a journey, from just knowing who you are to actually liking you, and then finally, to trusting you with one of the biggest decisions of their lives.
So how do you actually build that trust? Well, it all starts with daily connection. And that brings us to the first pillar of this whole strategy, a simple, powerful habit for building genuine relationships day in and out.
It's called the 3-2-1 Connection Accelerator. Honestly, just think of it as your daily workout for your business relationships. It's a super simple framework designed to build incredible momentum. And the best part? It takes less than 10 minutes a day. Seriously.
So here's how it breaks down. 3 DMs, and these are about starting real, private conversations, not some copy-paste sales pitch. Then 2 comments, and we're talking about adding actual value, going beyond just congrats to show you're really paying attention. And finally, 1 new follow, to strategically grow your local network, 1 person at a time. Now, this is where the magic happens. It's all about consistency. One day might not feel like a huge deal, but if you stick with this for just 12 weeks, you will have taken 360 individual relationship-building actions. That's the awesome power of compounding your engagement. Okay, so you're building all these great connections behind the scenes. Fantastic. But what should people actually see when they land on your profile? That brings us right to our second section, building your public presence with a super clear strategy for your content and your cadence.
Here's a crucial point you've got to understand. Just scrolling through your feed doesn't grow your business. Social media platforms are built to reward the people who contribute, not just the people who watch. You have to make that shift from being a consumer to being a creator.
But creating content doesn't mean you need 1 million new ideas every single day. No way. You just need to rotate through these 5 essential content pillars. Introduce yourself, share those client wins to build social proof, show off your local expertise, spotlight some properties, and give timely market updates. That's it. That's the playbook. And the schedule? Way simpler than you think. Forget about posting 3 times a day. Just aim for 3 to 5 valuable feed posts a week. That's for your visibility. And then use stories 5 to 7 times a week for that more personal, behind-the-scenes connection. This pace is sustainable, and sustainability is what creates real momentum. All right, so you're connecting every day and you're posting consistently. But how do you turn all that activity into actual business? Well, that brings us to our third and final section, turning your feed into a funnel and turning those likes into actual leads.
This is the key question, right? It's the one every agent has. And the answer is actually in a simple mindset shift. You have to start treating your social media feed less like a bulletin board and more like a modern, living, breathing CRM. Think about it for a second. Your clients in your sphere, they don't want more automated drip emails. They want real interactions. Social media lets you stay in front of them naturally all the time, seeing what's actually going on in their lives as it happens. And here's a brilliant little hack to make this work. Use Instagram's favorites feature. Just add your top clients, your best referral partners, and your key contacts to this list. Boom! Their posts will now always show up higher in your feed. You will never miss a major life event or a perfect opportunity to connect in a meaningful way. Okay, the final piece of the puzzle is all about conversion. This happens when you stop just posting information and you start creating content that actively asks for a response, content that makes it easy for people to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in that.
So what does that actually look like? Well, it's a weekly property highlight with a super clear DM me for details. It's a simple poll asking who's thinking about moving soon. It's a question about interest rates. Every single person who DMs you or clicks yes on that poll, that is a warm lead starting a conversation with you.
So, let's bring this all together. This is the modern agent's blueprint for social media success.
We're stripping away all the complexity to focus only on the things that actually move the needle.
It really just boils down to this simple formula. Connect daily with the 3-2-1 system. Create consistently using those 5 content pillars. And convert intentionally by making posts that invite people to respond. This structure, this consistency, it will generate real, measurable results.
And this quote just perfectly illustrates the big takeaway here. This isn't about learning a brand new business from scratch. It's about applying the timeless principles of real estate, staying visible, staying connected, and being valuable, just with powerful, modern tools.
Look, this isn't just theory. It's a plan you can start right now, in the next 10 minutes. So the only question left is, which piece of this blueprint are you going to start with today? Will you send your first 3 DMs? Or maybe schedule your first poll? The momentum starts now.